Like, I know they enjoy seeing me scared and screaming, but it's like for some weird reason, I also enjoy being scared. So it's just like, I love
Yeah,
playing the
yeah,
games
yeah.
that just give me heavy anxiety. And I'm just like, what's around this corner?
Awesome, Jess. Thank you so much for joining in on the podcast today, becoming a creator. Excited to chat with you and kind of just hear about your journey and your experience with everything so far.
Thank you for having me. This is exciting and
Yeah, absolutely.
a bit nervous, but yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. I like to just start with a couple rapid fire questions as well and just kind of learn a bit more about you in general. Which gameplay would you want to re-experience if you wanted to replay a game again for the first time?
Ooh, I would have to say Resident Evil Village.
Ooh,
Yeah, I really loved
okay.
playing that one. I loved playing that one a lot. And I didn't think I would because growing up, I've always been very afraid of the Resident Evil franchise. I would always watch everyone else play it because it was like watching
Sure.
a scary movie for me. So like I would always watch everyone else play, but I never played myself. And then when Resident Evil Village came out, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play this one, and it was so much fun.
Maybe this is in the same line then, but what's one game that you didn't expect that you would like as much as you did playing through it?
Right now, I'm playing Elden Ring. I thought I would hate it, and it's it's literally a lot of fun because I know the devs are infamous for just creating ridiculously hard games. So I'm just
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
probably gonna hate the crap out of this. I'll probably play it once and just throw it away. But I'm like on episode 4 now, and it's been a lot of fun. I think mainly because I'm playing it my own way and I'm not kind of like, I still get help from my community. Like they give me little tips
Yeah.
and stuff, but I guess I'm not trying to play it like a pro. I'm basically playing it as a noob. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just so
yeah.
much fun doing it that way. So yeah.
But you can still experience it. You're finding your way of playing through it. You got hooked on it then?
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely hooked.
There you go. You have a lot of expertise in K-pop. Which member of BTS
Ah,
would you want to game with if you could?
I knew the K-pop questions were coming. BTS, the member of BTS I would like to game with. I'm gonna have to say either V or J-Hope. I would game with either one of them. I think they would be really good gamers. Like they would probably be into like the horror games and playing like just like the
Mhm.
crazy rage games that I like to play. I think Among Us would be pretty cool to play with them actually. Yeah, just like the
Oh
whole
man, yeah, that brings people's personality out on Among Us
yeah.
100%.
It does. It brings out the liar in you for sure. Cause like
Yeah.
it's like
You
you're
learn who can be pretty deceptive pretty quick.
yeah. I'm like, I didn't know you were this way. Like you
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah. You could definitely lose some relationships over that game. You've done many, many amazing things in the past year by releasing a book, making a movie, constantly gaming, working on content in that front, being a part of YouTube's Black Voices Fund. But what's the project that you're the most proud of over the, last year or so?
First of all, Stone, you have done your research. The one that I am most proud of, I guess I would say two, because they're kind of neck and neck. The book, definitely, because that was a major healing process for me when I wrote it. I didn't even think I was going to put it out because I wrote it more for myself, kind of just to get through things that I was going through at the time. And my therapist, she was just like, I was talking to her and I'm just like, I was thinking about putting it out, but I don't know because it's like, it's a scary thing to kind of put yourself out there like that. She was talking to me and she was just like, just do it because
Mm,
what's the worst that could happen? Like people don't like it. Oh well. I'm just like, all right. So I did it, and it was well received. Surprisingly, and I think it would affect people in the way that it did.
sure.
Some of the reviews I've gotten from it, people are saying, it's like I'm reading a diary, or it's like it's helped me through like hard times, and I'm just like, wow, that's amazing to me. That
Yeah.
like something that was originally for myself was helping other people. So yeah, it was humbling, I would say. It was very humbling. And the YouTube Black Voices Fund, that's crazy. Like I didn't think it was one of those things where like I signed up for it and I was just like, all right, and I forgot about it because I was just like I'm gonna win this. Who wins this? So I was literally this is probably TMI, but I was in the bathroom The day that I found out, I was in the bathroom, I was going through my email, and I was like, and I'm just like screaming in the bathroom, like, oh my God. It was just like, it was the best. It was the best
Yeah,
thing ever. And like, since being in it, I've met like so many cool creators. Like my partner manager, she's great. Like they basically help you with promoting your channel and putting you in touch with just all types of amazing people. So this has been
definitely.
a ride, and it's only been like what, 4 months now.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot going on, and definitely a lot to be proud of on many of those fronts. So it's
yeah,
super awesome. You putting yourself out there and creating for everything that you do. Like I mentioned, you're an author, an actor, photographer, world traveler. Tell us how you got kind of into gaming and even that direction with some of the content and where you are going and continuing on.
I've been playing video games since I can remember. Originally, as you know, on my channel, I started with K-pop, but like I've always wanted to have a gaming channel, and I just like, as I went on with K-pop, I was like, how am I gonna like integrate that, like have gaming as well as K-pop? And I was like, I couldn't have both, and I really wanted to focus more on gaming, so I kind of just like said
Mm.
goodbye to K-pop and just transitioned the channel into gaming. There were some people who were really upset about it, like because like a lot of people were there
Oh,
for
yeah.
K-pop, and they were just like, "Oh, you're not doing K-pop anymore." Like I came here for so like I had to go through that,
Sure.
go through everyone just leaving because I wasn't doing K-pop anymore. But like the community that I've has been growing since then has been amazing. Like a lot of my friends are gamers. So I do like a lot of gameplays with them. Like I play with my boy Poised, Jazzy Guns, A Christine Games. Like there's a lot of creators that I collab with, and they're friends of mine, and it's just been very welcoming because like they just welcomed me into the gaming community, which is awesome.
Oh,
So it
100%.
hasn't been that bad of a transition from K-pop to gaming, but I did have a couple people upset.
Switching games personally many times over all these years and seeing so many other creators who have even, you transition from vlogs to gaming or
Yeah,
the other way around, or like, creators go through so many different cycles and paces through it. Like, I think there's so much interesting insight in that from anything. And so to even see you transitioning from, you know, K-pop over, I'm sure you do retain some of that audience. It's the same thing, even, going from like a Battlefield to Call of Duty, which are very similar, like FPS type games, but they're still like huge diverging communities between those that are all mad at each other for it. So I guess, like,
yeah.
how have you navigated some of that transition? You mentioned you just kind of full switched over to, did you do like a video for it? Did you find anything that helped, or maybe lessons that you learned along the way that even hindered you, that's like, maybe I wouldn't do that again if I did make another transition to a different game or different genre as you kind of keep going?
Yeah, I did do a video for it. I cannot remember the name of it to save my life at this moment, but I did do a video for it, and I was trying to do more of a soft transition rather than just like a cold cut. So like I
Sure.
did a video and said, I'm gonna still do K-pop reactions, but I'm gonna do it on this platform now. So like I switched it
Mm.
over to Patreon for people who just like really, really wanted reactions. And a lot of people signed up for it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. But then I realized how much I don't enjoy reactions as much as I did anymore. So it's like even on Patreon it started to fade. And so like I told them on
Hmm.
Patreon, like, look, it's it's a wrap on the reactions. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But I did make a video. I talked about it, and that's when like a huge chunk of my audience kind of just fell off. At the time that I did to transition, I was like at 111,000 or something like that, and it dropped off to like 105 now. So like a good chunk of people left, and I'm fine with saying that because a lot of creators like try to hide stuff like that, but it's real.
No.
So
Yeah,
like a
absolutely.
huge chunk of people left, and I know it's because of the transition and stuff, but I'm very excited about being in the gaming community because it's always where I wanted to be. I'm just hoping that, the channel can grow in that genre rather than be stuck in like this purgatory of you used to be K-pop and now you're trying to do gaming.
And I think there's so many wins to, like, bringing a community over from something. Obviously, there is a transition period for that, and I think a lot of people don't see those transitions as they happen, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like 3-4 years after, and it's like, oh, you did this in the past, or maybe you find something. I've even had so many videos where people are like, oh, you were the guy who was yelling in all these random lobbies and doing these things, and you're doing this now, and like sometimes there's a connection that even comes back around in the future with some of the touch points too. But that's really interesting to hear. And
Yeah.
so, just making the full switch over for you is really cool to see. I mean, now obviously horror adventure games seem to be kind of your specialty and what you're focusing
Yeah,
on
that's my
with a
thing.
lot of that and what you enjoy. So what is it
Yeah, that's
about
my thing.
the horror games and those in general that you do enjoy and you want to make the content on? Is the adrenaline or the fear that intrigues you, or what is that?
It's definitely both. Like, I know they enjoy seeing me scared and screaming, but like for some weird reason, I also enjoy being scared. So it's just like I love
Yeah,
playing the
yeah,
games
yeah.
that just give me heavy anxiety, and I'm just like, what's around this corner? Like it's because it's so, I don't know, it's so intriguing to me to see how the devs create something that scares the crap out of you. Because I know it's not easy. Because like there's even a lot of horror movies out right now that I'm just like, this sucks. But like but like a game like that's like you're immersed, you're in it, you're playing it, so it's just like I like to see how the devs what they come up with, because like some do like really cheap jump scares and I'm just like, all right, like I kind of
Sure.
get over it after like the fourth one. But it's like the devs that take their time and create like that atmosphere where nothing happens for
Mm.
like the first 15 minutes of the game and you're just like always like, all right, when is it gonna happen, when is it gonna happen, when is it gonna happen? Those are the best games to me. I love those. Yeah, I think my audience really enjoys it as well. They enjoy me screaming mostly. Like a lot of the times in the comments I see like your scream scared me worse than the game.
It's seeing the people's reactions of what you do in some, especially if they know what's coming, or even if they don't and they experience it with you. Like it's such a fun moment to put out with it. That's freaking awesome. We were talking about earlier, you were part of YouTube's Black Voices a Creator Fund class of 2022. What does that mean for you as a person, as a creator, to be part of something so important like that?
I honestly can't really put into words what it means to me. For one, it feels validating.
Yeah.
Like YouTube saw my channel and saw something in my channel that they felt would be successful. Like my channel could go to the next level. And there's been a lot of times where I felt like I wanted to quit because I didn't think my channel was going to go anywhere. Like I was just so convinced that I was just stuck in that
Mm.
purgatory of transitioning from K-pop to gaming, and my channel was kind of just stuck. So like when YouTube picked me for this, I just felt like maybe my channel has more of a purpose. Like maybe I have more of a purpose, and this is a huge deal because like this they help to grow your channel and they fund what you need as far as like whatever you need it for. Like the funds can go toward whatever. That's the best part. They're like, if you need it for therapy, use it for therapy. If you need it for equipment, use it for that. Like whatever it is that you need to use it for to help propel your channel, then do that. And I love that. I love the freedom that we have with that fund. And it's not just meant for just a specific thing. It
Yeah.
just feels overwhelming right now. Cause like we're still like kind of in the beginning of it. Like it's still kind of feeling a bit surreal.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing journey so far. Just being able to do this and seeing like I've been on like 2 billboards, which is crazy to me. I've never been on a billboard in my life. I've been on one in London, and then there was one in California. And I was just like, yo, like this is amazing.
Tell me about that experience of like seeing yourself on a billboard and like this even happening.
Oh my God. The only one I got to see was the one in London because I couldn't go to California to see the other one.
Sure.
I literally gathered my friends. I got a hotel. We were like, we're gonna celebrate. We went
Heck
over
yeah.
to we went over to where the billboard was, which was in like North London. And like we got there and it was a digital billboard, and I just like I popped up and I'm just like, I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. And we're just like all screaming and people are around like, what's going on? And then some people caught on and were just like, oh, that's her up there. So like it was just like it was just like one of those moments where I don't even care who's looking at me. Like I am going
Yeah.
to enjoy this because this has never happened to me before, and I hope it happens again. Like I hope it keeps happening. But like just to see myself up there with all of those other great creators, just all in one, it was just amazing to me. Like I took a little Instagram photo. I was just like all happy.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's like to your point, even of like, sometimes it can be weird to film or to do something or whatever in a public scene or whatever, but it's like a certain amount of owning it and then just like I mean, if you needed any more validation, it's like, hey,
right?
look, that's me right
I'm
up
on
there.
a
Like, come on, what do
billboard.
you mean? Yeah.
Like,
What advice would you have for, even other Black female streamers, creators that are out there that are even just starting out into the space and trying to figure this out?
oh my, just do it. Because a lot of people go, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. I started off using my iPhone. Like even
Hmm.
when like I didn't have a camera to record, I didn't have like any of this stuff that I have now. I had my iPhone, I had my laptop that was dying. Like I was on the struggle bus, but I was like, I really want to do this. And I know it's scary to put yourself out there. Like you may think the idea you have is dumb, but it's like your dumb idea might be a great idea for someone else. And one day you'll look up and someone else is doing that exact thing that you wanted to do. So like just put yourself out there. Literally just do it. That is the best advice I can give. Because a lot of people ask, well, how did you do this? How did you do that? And I'm just like, I'm just being
Yeah.
myself. I'm just turned on the camera. I'm just doing what I do and I turn it off and I edit. Like I don't do anything else.
Did you have like an original idea of it was just like, you know what, this is some of the content that I want to create and I feel comfortable enough that I want to try and create it and go after it? Or what was that initial process even for you like?
In the beginning, it was a bit scary because like when I was playing games, I'm like, do I talk the whole time? Am I quiet? Like, do people like that? Because I was really thinking about what other people like in the beginning. And it took a while for me to just do what I like because people are gonna like what they like regardless. And if I just do what I like,
Yeah.
the right people will come. The right people will watch me.
Mm.
So yeah, in the beginning, I was really nervous. I was nervous to just be myself and just say things that I say. I was scared to like be scared and scream if I got scared. It was just, like it was a weird thing for me. So to finally just kind of just let go and just be me and just play the game and whatever natural reaction comes out, that's just what's gonna happen. Like that's when I was happiest. And I was like, I want to hold on to this happiness. So I'm just gonna continue to do things this way in my way and be happy.
You shared that you wanted to be an actor, that you have just finished even acting your first featured film, which, by the way, congratulations.
Thank
That's freaking
you.
awesome. On
Thank
top
you.
of the book, on top of the channel, and all the stuff you're doing. Super cool.
Thank you.
Do you think that streaming games and being a content creator has helped you even develop into those acting skills and putting yourself out there for that? Or like, how's that transition been as well?
Oh man. So like I've always wanted to act for as long as I can remember. I've always wanted to act. I used to do improv stuff with Second City when they were in Detroit, which is like a really
That's awesome.
weird experience because like improv, you just do not know what's gonna happen at all. And then I kind of just stopped for some reason. Like I would make little short films and stuff for myself and I would do it with my friends and everything, but I didn't pursue it anymore for some reason. And then I got on YouTube and I started doing gaming, and I do feel like gaming really helped with me wanting to continue to do acting because like in some of my
Mm.
games, like before, like in the beginning of some of my games, I would do like a little skit or something to kind of just like
Mhm.
intro the game. Like not the last one, but one I remember specifically I did for there's this game called Escape the Aoki. It's like a little horror game, but it's like based on Michael Jackson. Some people are sensitive about it. It's like a little horror game, and I did kind of like a skit in the beginning of it, which was really fun for me to do. And then I started doing more skits on my channel, just kind of just doing like little things here and there. And I'm just like, I really still love doing this. Like I love doing acting.
Yeah.
So I try to incorporate that in my videos sometimes. And then one day, out of the blue, a production company hit me up on Instagram. And, at first I was real sus about it. I was like, like Instagram. So like, they hit me up. They're like, yeah, we think you'll be perfect for this character. We want you to audition for it. And I was like, oh, you guys are based in Austin, Texas. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm all the way in London. They were like, we're going to fly you out. And I was like, send me the script. So like I did the audition, and then they had me do some line reads with one of the actors that they had already picked for a character. And then after that, they were just like, yeah, you're the one. And I was just like, what? I was like, this is not happening to me right now. So like, I'm one of those people that don't believe a thing has happened until it's happened. So it's just like, okay,
Sure.
yeah, they're like, yeah, you got the part, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, but I'm not in Austin, Texas yet. So I don't believe
Sure.
it's real until I'm in Austin, Texas. And I literally, up until the point where I got onto the plane, I was just like, all right, now this is happening. Cause I'm over the Atlantic now. There's no turning back. So like, it was such a crazy experience. I can't even describe it. Just
Yeah.
being on set and meeting so many cool people and hearing all of the terminology that they use for films, and I was just like, this is real. Like they're not just shooting this with a
Yeah.
DSLR and it's like real sus. Like this is real. Like they have a red and it's huge. So it's like it was an experience that just solidified that I want this so badly. And I'm just like, if they think
Yeah.
I'm good enough to play in their feature film, then damn it, I'm good enough for other feature films. So like,
Oh, heck yeah. You've shared your mental health journey on your channel through your Mental Health Mondays. What have you learned? What have you discovered through, balancing content creation or gaming with kind of life, even outside of the internet, outside of gaming? If you figured anything out, helpful in that.
therapy for sure. Therapy has been absolutely helpful in
Mm,
just balancing my mental health and being able to, have the mental energy to, do games. Cause you have to have a certain amount of energy and to be able to just like play a game and have that excitement in you and be able to pretty much perform for your audience. Cause it's just like, even though I'm there enjoying the game, I also
yeah.
have to be mindful that there's an audience there. It's kind of just like I'm being myself, but I'm also kind of like playing a character in a way. Cause it's just like I'm not always like this hype. Sometimes I'm kind of just
Yeah.
I need some time to myself. I need some space. So therapy has definitely been very helpful. I'm starting to do like recording days where like on a good day, or if I'm like, high energy, I'll just record a shit ton of videos.
Yeah.
So it's just like on those days where I'm
It's a good
just,
way to do it.
yeah. So like, cause on those days where I just like don't feel like doing anything, or like not even that I don't feel like it. If I'm just like not mentally there, I can just like, all right, I'll just sit and edit today, and I'll just edit like, cause I have like so many videos in the bank that I could just edit. So that has been a helpful way. And I just started doing that.
Yeah, it's a nice thing,
Yeah.
right? Like, you can edit whenever you want to,
Yeah.
and you don't necessarily need to be even in the best mood or whatever. You don't have to be on camera for it or ready or whatever it
Yeah.
is. So that's a good way
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Just
put it or
balancing.
or or to do it. You've been creating videos for over 8 years now.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself motivated going through that and even trying new interests like, going into gaming or switching some of those things up?
Well, what keeps me motivated is that I just remind myself how much I love doing it. Like I love the feeling I get when I play games or when I edit. I have a love-hate relationship with editing because it's just like, oh, editing is so long and tedious, but it's just like while I'm editing, I'm laughing because I throw in like little memes, or I'll just like do like stupid close-ups or something, and I'm just like, this is the best thing ever. I don't care if anyone else likes it. It's making me laugh. So it's just like
Sure.
those little things keep me going because I'm just like, I genuinely love doing this. Like I'm not doing it for like a paycheck or anything like that, even though I do want to sustain myself with my channel. But mainly it's because I genuinely enjoy just putting out this content and making people laugh. And like the comments where people are just like, oh, you made my day with this, or like, I was having a shit day and I'm glad you put out a video. It's just like stuff like that kind of keeps me going because I'm like, other people are watching me. Other people are kind of just like depending on my content in a way. So I'm just like, I don't want to let myself down, and I also don't want to let my audience down.
Yeah, absolutely. And, with that, it's 2022, already a few months in now. Obviously, a lot's already been happening, but is there anything that you're looking forward to with the rest of the year or anything big you're building up to or working on?
I'm looking forward to mainly just growing my channel. Like I really want to hit at least 150K by the end of the year. A lot of people are like, "Oh, that number should be higher," and I'm like, I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna humble myself. So like, I really want to hit like 150K by the end of the year. I want to audition for more films. I want to do more
Yeah.
collaborations with creators. There's so much I have in mind for my channel and what I want to do and how I want to be creatively. like just really just have my channel stand out from the rest. Cause like there's a lot of gamers on YouTube. You're a gamer yourself. So it's like there's a lot of us out there. I want to work toward building my channel where it's just like people know that's me.
I just wanted to end it out here just saying, first of all, thank you for joining, for being part of the podcast today. And if anybody wanted to connect with you, see the acting you got going on, the gaming channel, everything, the book, what is the best place to find you and your content?
Wow. So you can find me on TheJessLyfe, TheJessLyfe across all platforms. So Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. I'm on all of that. So it's TheJessLyfe across all platforms. If you want to find my book, you can find it on Amazon. The book is called Just One Egg. It's a cute little yellow book with an egg on it. You type in Just One Egg on Amazon, it should just pop right up. Thank you for having me, Stone. It's been amazing. It's like
Absolutely.
I just absolutely enjoyed this. I was nervous at first, but it has been just like a chat. So
Absolutely. It always is. And all of this experience and the wisdom is always, always so good to hear and to just, hear the experience that you have with it. So I appreciate you sharing, joining in. And if you guys want to hear any other podcasts or anything from us, everything's over at pipeline.gg. Thank you again. And happy content creating.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I wanted to just end this with a little bit of context on why we do what we do. We're former content creators ourselves, and we just really want to help as many content creators as we can. That's why we started pipeline.gg. It's a platform where you can find other like-minded creators and learn from the pros who have already been there. Get step-by-step guidance so you can avoid all the mistakes that we made in the beginning. If you love the episode, there's going to be even more inside of Pipeline. So check it out. Head over to pipeline.gg.